How to start AI business step by step. Today I will share with you my own experience how I create AI software company and AI software business based on the company that I am running right now. It's BinaryX, a real estate investment platform. We have the really big need in that company. We need to collect all information and we need to adjust the KPIs for our employees and we need to organize work inside of the company. But honestly, it's so struggling always to manage and maintain that in those Google Sheets or the Notion in the era of AI, because AI can do it instead of us right now. And today I will show to you my own experience, how I create the application for that company that can be used by other companies too, and by any business to scale and manage the business properly. And I would like to start that video from sharing my own personal story. A couple years ago, I invest in the one company that doing almost the same. They are call themselves the company management system, and they are doing the software solution on which you're able to create your organizational structure chart, to create the position for employees, assign the KPIs for those employees, and of course all employees will have the reporting system about their KPIs, and the US manager will see what is the performance of your company right now. I invest in that company $250,000, and they are working on that business already for a couple of years, and there is no any outcome at the moment. Of course, they attract other investments, and totally they attract, I think, around $2 million, but they don't have like ready to launch product because of a lot of ideas, a lot of complicated stuff, and they don't launch the company as an MVP, right? But the thing is, they have full team of the designers, mobile app developers, front-end developers, back-end developers, any different managers and so on. And they cannot launch that application with all of the team. The most funny one that I just create almost the same applications in 4 days by my own, almost without knowing how to code and how to create the applications. Of course, like I'm doing software development for more than 13 years, but my experience is more than running the business in software development. Of course, I create the software like long time ago, and I understand the basic principles, but I cannot write the code by my own. I just understand the principles. And today I will share to you how I create that kind of solution, the same solution that they are creating with the basic principles understanding and almost without coding skills. When I'm preparing right now the demonstration for you, don't miss to subscribe to my channel, because here I'm sharing the information about how to make money online and how to invest properly. I'm sharing my own experience, how to launch the business and how to run the business. So don't miss out the new videos, and let's move to the point. So as I mentioned, I have company what is called the BinaryX. We have the real estate investment platform on which people are investing money in the real estate. Just a couple days ago, I see it in front of the PC and understand that we need to rebuild our system of KPI management and performance management system. Because I will be honest with you, I already mentioned that we have that operational system in Google Docs. I will show it to you right now for your better understanding. Because for each department we have all of that information, and for each department we have the same spreadsheet that are connected together, and you can check how much numbers and how much metrics here each department has, and you can see all the numbers, all the information. So it's crazy stuff. And of course it's really hard to maintain and manage it because each department has its own spreadsheet, right? That's really struggle, because that not allow us to make changes fast. If you make change somewhere, you need to make changes also in other spreadsheets at the moment. What is my opinion was? I mentioned to you that I invest in the company that are creating that kind of management system for the KPIs and so on. And I understand how we can implement that kind of solution for us by ourselves. And I created the software that helping to see all of my employees that I have in the company, that helped me to organize my organizational structure by the departments, and it's also allow me to assign the employees on the departments and the positions that I have in the company, and based on that it's allow me to build the organizational chart for the company, and that working perfectly right now actually, and all of that was created just with the AI and in a couple of days. And of course, like, this is a pretty comprehensive system to manage the departments, employees, positions, and like HR tool, and also the KPIs system for the employees, where the people can report about their KPIs, how they are performing. And later I have plans add some additional AI tools and the playbooks for each position, and structurize all of that information about how the company works, the processes, and so on. But right now I can send my KPI reports for this day or for the previous day, and I can check what is the KPIs was adjusted in the past day. So for example, here is my adjustments from me. I can see what KPIs I do, and my daily activity report. So that kind of solution right now helping me to save time and collect all of information from the people. But how it works, right? First of all, it's connected with my G Suite, because I'm using the Google G Suite for working with my company, and we're using the G Suite for maintain everything, because the Google has a lot of useful tools for the company, not just like email, but also Google Drive and so on, Gemini right now. And I decided to make implementation. I just synchronizing the G Suite with that software that I create just with the sign-in with my account. So, and when I creating or updating employees, that updated information going to G Suite and creating the additional positions for the employees in the G Suite, and helping to everyone to understand in which department that person is, which job title that person has, and so on. So that's how it works from that perspective. But let me show you how I create that kind of solution by my own, without any coding skills, and just with the right approach to the vibe coding, and to the right approach to the structurizing all of the information. I use 3 AI tools. ChatGPT for making the prompts and making the overview of the project. Then I use Claude for the coding, and I used the Cursor AI for writing the code. So the idea of that video is just to create for you the playbook or the blueprint on which you can build your own idea, and on which you can not just copy what I built, but I will try to explain to you how I build it from the scratch, so you can implement that same approach for building your ideas. And let's move to the point, because first of all, when you just starting, what you need to do is you need to describe your own idea. And when I prepared the prompt, the beginning prompt for the ChatGPT, I just have like simple topics, right? Simple things that I put in the ChatGPT. First of all, I write in the context for him to better understand what is my problem is. Then I write in the outputs, what I would like to have when we will start building idea with him. After giving the ChatGPT the whole context, I just given him idea. I would like to create web application that synchronized with my G Suite, and where I can manage employees and organizational chart and KPIs. And after I give the idea to the ChatGPT, I describe in the output. And based on that approach, I just communicating with the ChatGPT, and he helping me to create the best approach and to understanding of everything. So he describing permission system and so on. And in the end, you just need to understand like what is your thoughts and output. But I just make the chat not just with the ChatGPT, but I also make the chat with the Claude code, because I received that information from the ChatGPT, and then I ask in the Claude code analyze that information and analyze that approach and prepare the prompts for me and prepare the context files, because the Claude code is the better tool for the coding. And after, when I start coding and creating an application, what we can do, we can just create the new application and the new file in the cursor. I will just give you an example on which I have already created, but you can use your own. You can download Cursor and you can start using it. It's pretty easy, it's in a couple of clicks, and here you can create the new folder that will help you to create the context for the cursor. And that context files is required for everyone, for every application, because that will help to the cursor navigate through the idea that you're creating. What I'm trying to sell right now, I spent around 4 days of development. The 1 day for the prepare the context about the integration system and about the HR block of the system, where I manage the people, when I manage the departments and organizational chart. And then 1 day I spent for the development of that feature. And after that, I spent 1 day for the describing all the KPIs and understanding how that kind of system will work. And of course, like 1 day for the development too. So totally it takes for me around 4 days to create such kind of system, but it's worth it for sure. And here is my example of the files that I upload as the context for my cursor. And I recommend to you create the same context files, or I recommend to you ask the Claude code or the ChatGPT what is the best the context can be created for the cursor. In the master context, I explain to like all the principles, like core principles of the application, tech stack, features, and what should be in the application. Also, after that, I ask the ChatGPT and Claude Code to create the database scheme and Google integration instructions. And of course, API endpoints, because API endpoints is really important for the application to understand how the application should operate with everything. The best thing that I realized that I can do after the AI create for me the context files, after the AI create for me the prompts, I can ask him to make a cheat sheet for me how to use that prompts with the context files in Cursor. And AI created for me that cheat sheet where I can see which prompt I need to use with which context file, and what I just need to do, I just need to go to the cursor, I just need to add here the context file, and I just need to copy that prompt that Claude prepared for me and paste in the cursor, and then cursor start making implementation for me, for my purposes. And that's really impressive, honestly, because based on that approach, I create the whole application. Of course, it takes some time for debugging, and of course, it takes some time to adjust in something, but that kind of approach helped to me to maximize output from my experience of using an AI. And all of that tools and all of that software that I just showed you in the beginning of the video was created without my own involvement and without my own coding skills. Only one thing that I do, I just follow the instructions what he asked to me to do. For example, you need to go this and there, you need to register account there, and you need to give me that kind of API code from that service and so on. But it was something that any user can do. So I recommend to everyone right now start using AI tools to start implementing something like that, because that kind of approach can help to you to make something incredible and build your own application and implement your own ideas in the real life. Let me show to you an example right now on the already working application how we can improve our KPIs system. So first of all, I will ask him create context file in Cursor context folder for KPIs system with KPIs endpoints. And we can actually ask that directly in the cursor, but sometimes I prefer to use not the cursor as an agent, but to work with Claude code or with the ChatGPT. And here is here creating the KPI system contacts MD file, and based on that we will right now make a little bit adjustments with the KPI system that I have, and you can see by your own how it works. Of course, like that takes some time for you to develop, and it takes some time for everyone to make something like that. But when you don't make any effort, right? It's always pleasure to have something, some output, and honestly AI doing that kind of stuff, and it's really impressive for me. When he's creating the KPI file, I think like he is right now scraping all of that information. We can wait a little bit, we can drink some coffee, enjoy our life, probably eat some food. Yeah, he is writing all the context of the KPI system, so you can understand everything, like how the performance working, how everything is working, and that's really impressive, really impressive how he make overview of everything. Based on that, we can also communicate with agent how we can implement the displaying of the KPIs system. First, I need to understand what I would like to create and what I would like to improve. So I understand that the spreadsheet view or table view for me is more understandable than like just other interface for tracking the KPIs for employees. If I don't understand how to make it or implement it in the right way, I just ask him, what is your opinion how we can make table view for all company KPIs reporting? I just know that I would like to have that KPIs reporting based on the positions in the company and divided by days, weeks, months. We will ask him right now the opinion, and he will give us even some ideas what we can do actually right now. So you can use the AI tools for the communication, and you can use AI tools for building the better ideas, to building something incredible. And here is what he is offering. There is a KPI sales department, sales manager, KPI 1, KPI 2, KPI 3. But I think that columns should be the dates, so it will be easier to read. Great, right now you see that based on my request, he do just what I want, and what we can do right now after he did that kind of proposal to us, we can find the context file that we already have. You can ask him, based on our context file, our KPIs system work, please, without please, it's not necessary to ask please. Sometimes actually I see that if you ask in please or let's do something and using the common words instead of using the direct approach, he starts working worser. So you don't need to use that kind of polite words for AI. But if you're scary about AI will kill you in the future, probably you need. So we upload the context file, we upload the all information. We right now have approach. If that approach is matched with something that we want to create, then we will receive the right output. And right now we will come into the final stage of showing how it works. And I will show to you how to create the to-do list based on the context file that we created with the AI, and based on the prompts that we are created with the AI. We match them right now, and we are going to create the new solution inside of our system. Of course, for you, when you just start making an application from the scratch, I recommend to you to build the whole application and then see if it works properly or not, and make some small changes. But you need to use a little bit more time to planning, and only after planning you need to start implementing that features in the real life. Here is right now our prompt for that kind of solution, and he's still preparing everything because it's a really comprehensive task. And I will show you in the end what is output we have after I will implement that prompt in the real life, because he right now created 5 prompts for that kind of system. Here, when we already finished to prepare the prompts, we can do next step. We can just simply copy that prompt to Cursor and start implementing it. And we can do it several times. Yeah, right now you see how the system is creating task lists from those prompts that I give to him, and he started writing code by himself. Our cursor finished everything, and we are ready to check what we get. He's saying to us that we need to go to our website. It's on my PC, and if we see what we get right now, it's totally mess, because 404, the page is not found. And sometimes it happens, and that's absolutely okay that errors can exist in your product. Right now you just need to inform about that to the cursor and let him know that you experienced that problem, and he will help you to fix that problem. You can make it really easily. You can say to him, I am experiencing 404 problem trying to reach my local host or any other page. And right now he will go to fix all that problems that you have. Okay, so he used another port to access application. Okay, right now AI finished development of the features that we made. So we go directly right now to our website and check if everything is working properly. And we see that website working good, and here we have new information, the new page, the KPI timeline that we just created. And in the instruction he's saying to us that here is available pages, here is the information that we need to test, and we just go into the KPI timeline and we see that page has error. And sometimes that happens. You don't need to worry about that. You just need to make debug and fix that bugs that you have in the system. And here is the instruction how to save it and how to fix it. It's pretty easy to handle. First of all, what you need to do, you need to open the console on your browser. You can do it with right button click and inspect, or with F12 key, and you can go to the console. Then you can see here the errors. Some errors is persist here. And what you need to do, you need to just copy them and go to the cursor, and inside of the cursor say to him, I have error on KPI timeline page, console output, and he will automatically fix that issue. Sometimes that happens because we're not perfect and AI also not perfect, so it's hard to create code from the first time that will work perfectly. So he's saying to us right now that he see the issue, so we can check all the information right now, and we can fix that without any effort actually. Oh, he missed to do something. Oh, like usually. We just fixed the problem, and I see that another problem is appear, and I already create prompt for it. So when I'm trying to reach the page that he create, I don't have access to it because he missed to make me admin in that page. So he will add me right now, and we will see what is the output result we get. We are on the final stage actually right now. As I mentioned, we need to make some fixes, and we already made it through a couple of iterations. It takes some time, but usually it's normal process, so you don't need to worry if something is not working. You just need to let your AI know that something isn't working and explain to him where he needs to find it. And here I just show you an example with the console how you can do it fast. And here is our output result. So what we can see here, we can see the spreadsheet like a table where we can check all information about what kind of positions we have, what kind of departments we have, all information about employees on the departments, and here is like test KPIs and the different testing data that I prepared before, and I can see really precisely how it's working, and I can see all of that information just in one simple page, just what we just created a couple minutes ago. It takes for us like not so long time, but that kind of feature to develop from the developers takes weeks. So we make it for like 15 minutes and we can be proud of ourselves. And you can see right now with your eyes how you can create and improve your current applications by using AI. And based on that, you can use that instruction as a blueprint for understand how to build the application and your business with the software from scratch. I'm really glad to show you the output result, and that stuff is working right now. That is the system for my own use in my own company that I create by my own without any effort and without any coding skills. So you can do it by yourself too. Just use that blueprint and just use the simple principles. So to summarize that video, here is the simple principles that you need to follow. First of all, you need to create the context for the application that you would like to create with the really precisely and detailed information how the application should works. So you need to make the preparation stage for the context. And little tip, creating the context. Ask the AI create architecture, ask the AI create the sequence diagrams, ask the AI create the diagrams explanation how the application is works. For you it will help to understand better how he is thinking and which parts of the system should be fixed or changed a little bit based on your own imagination and on your own thoughts. It takes not so long time and you can do it alone easily by yourself. Second step in that journey is to create prompts for your development based on the context that you create for the application. And based on the prompts, you create cheat sheet for your prompts that will allow to you understand what kind of prompts you need to use with which kind of context. And based on that, you can start creating your own application. 3 simple steps and your application is live. Of course, you will learn and develop your skills during the time and you start understanding the better how to communicate with AI, how to work with that. And if you're interested to see more videos like that, just comment down below and subscribe to my channel. I wish you good luck and wish you to start earning money with AI right now. Join my channel and see for the future videos. Have a good luck.